There are people in every community working hard to make our neighborhoods, our cities, and our state a better place to live. They're committed each day to fulfilling a promise to serve, protect, and to make a positive impact on those around them. We call them the heroes of Arizona. I'm Mike Broomhead. The men and women of the Phoenix Police Department are known for their dedication to duty and service to their community, but rarely do we get a look inside at what motivates and drives an officer. Lieutenant Wayne Dillon is the head of the Property Crimes Investigation Bureau for the Phoenix Police Department. Those that know him describe him as a salt-of-the-earth guy, a fair leader who brings out the best in those around him. Throughout his 26-year career, he has devoted himself to helping the victims in society, a trait that was ingrained in him as a child.
When I was a kid, I was 8 or 9 years old, and my BMX bike that I paid for, because we grew up not very well off, and on my way to baseball practice, and this big kid stole my bike. And that feeling of being a victim and just pushed me to a point where I was like, I want to stop that.
Today, Lieutenant Dillon oversees all of the property crimes investigations throughout the city. He spends his time meeting with sergeants and investigators working on residential and commercial burglary cases. They ensure that they recover stolen property and they return it to the rightful owners.
It's tough to make organizational change anywhere. It's incredibly hard when you are not working in the same building with those people day in and day out. Yet he has found a way to bring synergy, to bring motivation, and to bring clarity of mission to everybody in these investigative bureaus across the city.
Now in his administrative role, he has tripled the efficiency of the department. But if you ask him, he gives all the credit to the men and women that work for him.
We're individuals and we each have a job, but overall it's a team effort to try to get whatever we're getting accomplished.
What most people don't know about him is he's something of a celebrity within the Special Olympics community here in Arizona. For 13 years, he's been a regular fixture on stage at the award ceremony for Special Olympics, giving these great athletes their gold, silver, and bronze medals. However, his true impact at the games goes far beyond that.
What he gives to the athletes is all of himself, not only from what he does when he's actually doing the medals, but the actual interaction that he has and that personal connection that he forms with every athlete and every parent and every caregiver that may come out with them.
I think I did some things that were a little bit outside of what people expected from a uniformed cop. A kid came up and I said, hey, and he said, can I get a picture with you? And I said, sure. And he said, I want to do the crane. And I go, what are you talking about? He said, the Karate Kid.
From Karate Kid crane.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I go, okay. And I did that, and for 20, 30 minutes after the event, I had all these parents, and they're just like, I can't believe you did that with him. And I'm like, why? As I continually did that, I developed relationships with so many of them and their parents, and I literally, the first couple years, I had parents come up to me crying because of what I had gotten their family member to do on stage and got a smile out of them.
After all of his years in involvement, all of these great athletes have touched his heart, but it's no surprise he's made a special connection with at least one athlete and her family. Who is someone you will never forget and why?
Stephanie. I dealt with her and did all this stuff on stage the first year, and the second year we were at Vistal and we're setting up. I hear this screeching, screaming from the parking lot, and I see her mom behind her just shaking her head and smiling at me, and she's running with her arms like this, yelling Dillon for like 100 yards. And she just about knocked me over with the hug, and my heart melted and I got a little bit choked up, but I contained it. And I've been with her, and I go to her basketball events. Her family and I are in constant contact. My girlfriend's met her. It's kind of funny, but her birthday, she wants the same thing every time, but her thing is Red Robin. So every year around her birthday, I take her and her family and we go to Red Robin, and it's an enjoyable experience. And when I was promoted to lieutenant almost 5 years ago, I had Stephanie and her family there, and Steph came up and she pinned my bars on my collars.
He returns each year to see the athletes and their families for reasons that come from the bottom of his heart.
When I leave there after a 1 or 2 day event or whatever it is, I'm kind of floating on top of the earth. The thought or the feeling of them having that joy just for that few minutes while they're on stage and we're celebrating them, it just keeps me coming back year after year after year. It's been one of the best things that I've ever done in my life.
It's with deep gratitude that we appreciate everything that he does, and he's the main celebrity of the event, and we can't have it without him being there. So yeah, we make sure he's going to be there.
What is it about the Phoenix Police Department that makes their officers special? What is it about them that we all want to see and that we don't get to see? I think you look into that window of somebody like Lieutenant Dillon, and I think you see somebody who represents our whole organization, our entire city, very, very well, and I'm very proud of that.
Inside that uniform, Lieutenant Wayne Dillon has a heart filled with compassion for his community. He's a warrior for victims everywhere and a special love for Special Olympians. Lieutenant Wayne Dillon is a hero of Arizona.